I'm continuing my trip across Peloponnese. The route has taken me to Argos, one of the most prominent ancient Greek cities. Awake in the modern town is Larissa Castle. As with many European citadels, the oldest and most rudimentary fortifications existed on the site since the first time the settlement was founded. The initial constructions on the Larissa Hill are dated back to the 13th century BC and are attributed to the Mycenae civilization. While perhaps not the first city that comes to mind when the ancient Greece is mentioned, Argos has gained prominence by the year 1000 BC. Homer mentions Argos as a loyal ally of Agamemnon in the Trojan War. Its king, Diomedes, was regarded as one of the major Trojan War heroes alongside of Achilles, Odysseus, and Ajax. 2nd century renowned Greek traveler Pausanias described Argos as lavish agora, with its 18 grand temples and busy marketplace. Argos fought against Sparta. According to legends, it was Argos who laid waste to its neighbor and once former ally Mycenae, turning it to the tourist attraction. Argos' king, Adrastus, initiated military campaign against Thebes, laying the premise to the myth and later a tragedy by Aeschylus 7 against Thebes. So, in the last centuries before Common Era, Argos remained mostly neutral. Argos suffered major destructions in the 3rd and 4th centuries AD, as the enfeebled Roman Empire became unable to fight the raiding Goths. But let's return to the fortress. Larissa Hill towers nearly 300 meters over the bay, offering commanding views of the surroundings. Castle's present form dates from the medieval period. It is composed of the outer defense wall and an inner bastion. Byzantines enhanced any existing fortifications on the hill. The Fourth Crusade in the early 13th century and its culmination with the attack on Constantinople caused the period of instability in Byzantine Peloponnese. Local Greek lord Leo Sgouros seized the castle in 1203, proclaiming an independent state in the area of Argos and Corinth. In the next few years, Franks captured the castle. They sold it to the Venetians in the late 14th century. For the next couple of years, Larissa Castle changed hands between local Peloponnesian rulers before Venetians finally consolidated control over their property. But a few years later, in 1397, Ottomans attacked Larissa Castle, destroying it. Venetians continued to formally own the castle ruins on the Larissa Hill until the 1470s, when they had to cede the large area on the Peloponnese to the Ottomans. During the medieval period, Larissa Castle was continuously rebuilt and enhanced. Following the invention of gunpowder, its walls reinforced. Inside, there was a 12th century church and at least two cisterns. As with its neighbor Nafplio, Venetians and Ottomans continued to tussle for Argos and its castle. In the early 18th century, while under control of the Venice, Larissa fortress suffered explosion of its gunpowder storage, which destroyed a large portion of the inner bastion. In 1715, Istanbul was back in control of Larissa. At the start of the Greek War of Independence, Larissa Castle was the site of a memorable event. In 1821, Greek military leader in the service of Russian Empire, Dimitros Ypsilantis, landed in Maria and with his men chased Ottomans from Argos. A year later, large Ottoman force commanded by Mahmud Dramali Pasha marched to Argos. Ypsilantis, with about 700 men, fled to Larissa citadel. For the next 15 days, Greeks held off the hill and the castle, eventually managing to slip away. Ottoman troops became tied down by the 2-week siege, and while scoring Pyrrhic victory, the delay allowed for Greek general Theodoris Kolokantronis to gather enough force to subsequently trap and wipe out Ottoman force a few weeks later during the Battle of Dervenakia. Dramali Pasha perished in the battle. Kolokantronis, the hero of the Independence War, eventually fell in disfavor with the Wittelsbach dynasty, who ruled Greece from 1832 to 1862, and imprisoned in Nafplio fortress. Ypsilantis continued his military and political career. He died in 1832 in Nafplio. I hope you enjoyed this brief excursion to Larissa Hill and its castle, which guarded Argos for centuries. I will see you at the next travel destination.